Hey YouTube, how's it going? Scarpad from Scarpad's Domain live with you tonight, and how are all of you doing? I hope you made it through Thanksgiving well, and I hope you were able to get some good Black Friday deals. There was a whole heck of a lot out there. Even the disc deals were a little lacking, but they did have some good ones. Uh, Probably the best one I saw was a 8 disc uh, Harry Potter 4K Blu-ray set, which was like $59 on Amazon for a short time. That was short-lived though; it didn't last long. Uh, didn't pick up that one unfortunately, but did pick up a few other discs, and that's what I'm here to kind of show off tonight. Is what I picked up over Black Friday and then over last few weeks, really. So how is everybody doing out there? I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. I hope you got out to spend some time with the family. Hope the weather's good and maybe saw a movie or two. Thanksgiving was excellent. Saw that last week, and I'm off to see Godzilla -1 on this coming Thursday, and I can't wait to see that. That should be very fun. So without ado, we're going to go ahead and look at some Blu-rays that I picked up, and maybe we'll talk if some people pop in here, we'll discuss some stuff with them. But these are all ones that have either been ordered during Black Friday or before Black Friday, and they came during it. So if you understand all that, here we go. Hey, Two Gun Pedro, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing good. Hope your Thanksgiving went well, and hope you got some discs like I did. So we're going to show off a few things I picked up. I just watched this the other night, and I tell you, I love this movie. I haven't seen it in a while. And the transfer on this, hey, Kenneth, how's it going? Nice to see you. Transfer on this is really nice. I just picked up the normal version of the 30th anniversary version of Fugitive with, of course, Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones, who won the Academy Award for this movie. And this, I tell you, I'm a big fan of the original series, but this was directed by Andrew Davis, and it was actually produced by the guy who did the original series. And when you have that, of course, you have a great movie. This is a great action film. Harrison Ford's good at it. Tommy Lee Jones obviously won the award. Joe Pantoliano is excellent in it. So, The Fugitive, I watched this, and it's a really good transfer. I didn't pick up the steelbook because I didn't really dig the steelbook, but I like the regular cover was okay. And this comes with the Ultra HD disc and a digital code. Now, like most Warner Brothers discs now, you do not get a Blu-ray longer. They're phasing out the Blu-ray and the 4Ks and only putting out the 4K. Now, I'm not even sure they're putting out the Blu-ray only, but I'm sure this is available on the Blu-ray only. I'm not sure with the new transfer or not. So that's The Fugitive. This just came in actually today. This is the 35th anniversary edition of Naked Gun. This is the 4K from Paramount. This is the Steelbook from Paramount. So basically, a disc 1, you're getting the feature. Disc 2 has the feature film and special features, commentaries, theatrical trailers, and it has a digital movie copy that will link back to Movies Anywhere. And I'm a big fan of course, the first movie is probably the best, but all three of them were actually fairly good. I don't know if the other two movies will be coming out on 4K or not. I have those in a 3-disc set, I think. But I did want to pick up the first one, and it's a pretty nice-looking steelbook. And I did have this on 4K, so this was like $10, I think, over the holiday. So I picked this up. This is the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Not hugely big on that cover. I kind of wish they just used the original artwork, which, they could do on this, but of course they don't. They just use that. So once again, now this one is not Warner. This is, who did this? It is Warner. See, that's what's strange about it. Here's a 4K from Warner, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This comes with the Blu-ray and the digital code back to the Movies Anywhere. So it's like they're very inconsistent on what you're going to get. And there's the back of it. So that's 4K. National Lampoon's Okay, came in today. Do I pick up these Blu-rays from different sites? Yeah, they're picked up all over the place. The boutiques I mainly use Diabolic DVD or Orbit DVD for the boutiques. For the other ones, I vary between like Amazon and Walmart, mostly Amazon. Amazon hasn't been getting that great lately with the deliveries, but that's pretty much where I buy them from. So I enjoyed this, and this just came out. This is the complete first season of Sandman, the Netflix series that's owned by Warner Brothers in DC. So even though it's on Netflix, it got a release. So this is all, what was this, 8 episodes, I believe. But I enjoyed this series. I'm looking forward to it coming back. And here is the Blu-ray edition. Inside cover is pretty much the same thing. And not a lot of special features. You got a behind-the-scenes sneak peek and the world of the endless. That's it. So not a lot of features, but you got that on Blu-ray. This was on sale during the holiday. I picked up the Blu-ray Superman, the complete animated series. Now, I was never a huge fan of this. I know I always thought like Tim Daly's Superman was a bit bland. But of course, I love the animated series. And I started watching a few of these, and these are actually pretty good. I think of this along with Justice League was some of the best stuff they put out in the 90s. So this is the complete Superman, the animated series on on Blu-ray and digital. You do get a digital code, which, like a lot of the DC stuff, redeems on Vudu. But there it is. 6-disc collector's edition, which I put into a steelbook case. Yeah, well, these are all fairly new, so you're going to get the slips on new stuff. Let's see what else I got up here. This just came in the other day. This is a boutique from Severin. And I tell you, Severin is really stepping up the game. Let's see if I can pull this out of here. This is the Jesse Franco version of Dracula with Christopher Lee and Klaus Kinski. And this is a nice, I put in a steelbook box, a nice hard cover. I love that artwork. There's the back of it. And this is a nice 4-disc set. There's the cover. Not reversible, but you get 4 discs here. So you get the movie in 4K. You get the movie in Blu-ray, so 4K and Blu-ray. You get an extra features disc right here. And you get on CD the original movie soundtrack. So 4 discs, a really nice set. And of course, this has great audio commentaries from historians. You got Christopher Lee audio interviews, interview with the director, Jess Franco. You get stakeholders, the appreciation of the film. You get a brand new 90-minute documentary on it. You get a documentary on Dracula. You get a documentary on Franco itself and his other films. So if you're a fan of horror and you like Christopher Lee's Dracula movies, even though this is a little bit more kinked up version of it, it was pretty good. The atmosphere is really good in this movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time. I'm looking forward to catching a 4K on it because it should be pretty good. And most of these Blu-rays, if you're looking like for boutique Blu-rays, if you're looking to protect the covers on a lot of these steelbook covers that you can get at Amazon for steelbooks do protect them rather nicely. Of course, sometimes it's tough to get the lip in here exactly so. But once you do, you get some nice protection on your box. Okay, just picked up from Criterion. This is the 4K of Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets. I watched this, and there's a lot of debate on this transfer. It's a nice transfer, but it does look a little bit different than the movie did look in the past. They've kind of changed some of the color grading I'm not real anal on it. I look at for the movie, and the movie was fun. It was a good movie. I hadn't seen it in years. It really, if you watch this, you can see where he got most of his, ideas and what will later become scenes in Goodfellas from Mean Streets. And very young Harvey Keitel, very young Robert De Niro, and I enjoyed this movie. Not as good, by any means as Goodfellas, but if you're a fan of Scorsese, this one's one to pick up. Just wait till you get a 50% off sale, and then pick that up. The other thing I picked up, this is from Classic Flicks. This is a show that came out in the 50s, late 50s, lasted like 13 episodes. It's called World of Giants. And this stars Marshall Thompson and Arthur Franz, both who've been in genre pictures, horror and sci-fi. And basically, it's a spy thriller that mixes like this, I Spy with The Incredible Shrinking Man. And I think they used a lot of the sets from that movie. This guy basically lives in like a dollhouse in this guy's house with his wife, and he goes on special missions, with him when they came around in like bowling alley bags and stuff. I never heard of it. It's an interesting show. I watched the first episode. It's, very 50s, but it's a fun little show that is pretty obscure. World of Giants from Classic Flicks. Coming from Kino Lorber, this is the George C. Scott hardcore Paul Schrader film with Peter Boyle. There's the back of it. And this is a standard Blu-ray. And Hardcore was the story of a father going after his daughter who starts making hardcore porn films. And it's kind of a vendetta against the people who get a daughter, tricked out on drugs and whatnot. Very 70s film, but pretty decent one if you like the Brosnan type of Death Wish type movies. Hardcore. Never heard of this one, but I looked at the cover on this. I got this for a pretty good deal. This comes from Visual Vengeance, and it's called Scream Queen. And of course, it's a Brad Sykes film. This super obscure film was shot in 1998 by indie horror stalwart Brad Sykes, eventually finished in 2002. It's a solid shot on video 90s slasher that borrows from the Italian giallo subgenre. And this is considered to be the lost Linnea Quigley movie. So Linnea is in this, 1988. So this could be a very interesting one to watch. I love the cover on that. I got this released from Arrow. This is the Tremors 2 Aftershocks. And this kind of goes with the Tremors 1 set that came out maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. It's got the movie. It's got a book, a nice hard shell case, 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, and a world of special features, double-sided fold-out posters, newly commissioned art, double-sided art. So this is the Tremors Aftershock 4K edition. These are some double features put out by Film Masters, mostly of like Roger Corman flicks. This is Beast from the Haunted Cave. And the double feature is Ski Troop Attack. These are brand new 35 millimeter 4K upconverts off the original prints. So there's that one. And of course, these two are well known: the Giant Gila Monster and the Killer Shrews, where they actually used like German shepherds dressed up as rats. So there you go. That one might appear in the Schlock movie sometime. The 1998 Godzilla came out in a 4K Ultra HD. Once again, this is from Sony. It's got a Blu-ray. It's got a digital. And Sony, man, you're not putting out Thanksgiving in digital and 4K, but Yeah, putting out Godzilla. Although this movie did do fairly well. But yeah, after watching it again, it's really, I don't know. It was okay. The effects were good, but it's entertaining, but it's not a Godzilla movie. But if you take it as like a Jurassic Park movie, it works much, much better. Also from Visual Vengeance, another up and coming label. This is The Abomination. Look at that cover. Wow. Teeth, blood, and guts. This is a very low budget. Uh, new produced, supervised SD mass from original tape source. But it's got a ton of features, and this is supposed to be a very good, interesting gore film that came out in the late 80s. It's called Abomination. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do Giant Gila amounts and Killer Shoes in the Schlock Theater. Maybe we'll do one of them this week. Those are both pretty good movies. So The Abomination. These got reissued, and I kind of wish that, I've been wanting these for a long time. I've been waiting for 4Ks. And now that they bought the Blu-rays, 4Ks will be out very shortly because they are slowly but surely releasing all Quentin Tarantino's stuff. But I saw these. I wanted to watch them. They were on sale during Black Friday for like $10 each. They have brand new slip covers on them, which are kind of cool, actually. So I picked up Kill Bill, of course, Part 1, which comes with the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. And Kill Bill Volume 2, which once again comes with the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital. Of course, these digital copies are probably well out of date. Who knows? Unless they look pretty old. But still nice slipcovers on them, and I really want to watch these movies again. So, yeah, if they ever do come out with Part 1 and Part 2. Really, you like Volume 2 the best? How you doing, Gary? Volume 2 is good. Volume 2 is good. I think these two movies, I think they have another edition of this where it's the whole, like they did Grindhouse, joining of the whole thing. I don't care for that version as much. I like them as separate films. But yeah, so there they are. Kill Bill, Volume 1 and Volume 2. From Kino Lorber in 4K, Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges and Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Classic 70s action film. And once again, it's in 4K, Ultra HD, and Blu-ray. And it's got new audio commentary, radio and TV spots. There you go. Another really good flick there, Bone Tomahawk, in a steelbook that just came out. So this is the brand new steelbook of Bone Tomahawk. This is Blu-ray, not a 4K. Well, of course, this was an RLJE film, so they're starting to get into the steelbook game. There you go. Another steelbook, a Best Buy exclusive. Those words won't be happening too much longer because Best Buy is getting them out of there. But this is a Best Buy exclusive now. This is, of course, last year's Violet Night. And that's a steelbook. And it comes with the Ultra HD, the Blu-ray, and the digital. It's got deleted and extended scenes. It's got Santa's helpers in the making of Violet Night, Deck the Hall. Once again, I waited to pick this up. I did not pick it up in Blu-ray. I waited, and I was rewarded because now it's in Blu-ray and it's in 4K. Same thing will happen with Last of Demeter, Strays, and a bunch of other ones. So there we go. There is Violet Night. I love the little raised lettering here. Kind of cool. Also in Steelbook, this was a Best Buy exclusive, I believe. The last Equalizer movie with Denzel Washington. I really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed them all. I like the whole the whole series of these, and this was good where he moves to Italy and goes after the mob. I enjoyed it. I saw this in the theater. I enjoyed it and picked up the steelbook when that just came out. Equalizer 3. And this is the 50th anniversary steelbook that was a Best Buy exclusive for George Lucas's American Graffiti, which of course is the first film for a lot of people like Richard Dreyfuss, Harrison Ford, Ron Howard was in this, of course, Charles Mountain Smith, Cindy Williams. So American Graffiti, a very excellent slice of the 60s, late 50s, early 60s. This was just released by Arrow with a new Paramount partnership. So this, of course, is 1971, I believe this came out. This is Roger Vadim's Barbarella with Jane Fonda. You may, of course, have seen this. Remembers the classic zero-G striptease Jane Fonda did during the intro of the movie. This comes out. This is on Ultra HD, Blu-ray. And you got 2 discs in here. The extras are all on the disc, and there's a chuck full of extras here. You get a nice book and the movie itself. You can see they're doing the Paramount thing down there. So this is the 4K of Barbarella. I saw a video about this movie today. I have no. This is Visual Vengeance. I have no idea what it is. But somebody said this was a very obscure, but a very good 90. I think it's an 80 or 90 slasher there. The Wrong Door. I heard good things about it. It says a really good attempt to make a Brian De Palma-esque thriller. A very rare regional horror thriller from the late 1980s video store era. So this is probably only ever on VHS. The Wrong Door enjoyed its first time ever on disc with a brand new director's approved 2K HD transfer from the original Super 8 film elements. A Super 8. The guy didn't even shoot this on 35. He didn't even shoot this on 16. He shot it on Super 8. This is going to be a fun one to watch. Maybe I'll do a review on this one. The Wrong Door. Knock, knock, Ted, you're dead. So that could be an interesting one. A classic from Kino Lorber in 4K. Henry Fonda's 12 Angry Men. I just watched this. The transfer is great. The movie is fantastic. It's got audio commentaries on it. It's also got the 1996 version of this. And the 1996 version, which was a TV movie, was directed by William Friedkin. So William Friedkin did the remake. And of course, this was done by Sidney Lumet. And if you haven't seen 12 Angry Men, man, that's a great movie. Picked up Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which I kind of like. Saw this in the theaters. I'm not a huge Transformers fan of the movies, but this was one of the better ones. It's got the digital movie code for watching movies anywhere. Once again, this is a Warner Brothers, I believe, right? No, actually, it's Paramount who also is kind of dropping the Blu-ray, so you get a 4K Ultra HD and digital code. Not getting a Blu-ray on this, which is too bad. This movie was recommended by, I think, both Robbie and Dylan. I think even Two Gun recommended this movie, and I watched it on Tubi or somewhere, maybe Amazon. I actually liked this movie. I thought this movie was awesome. And I guess the writer of The Quiet Place, produced by Eli Roth, this movie Haunt. I thought this was one that really slipped under the radar. It's a pretty decent movie. I love the monsters in this. Of course, it kind of reminded me like the Funhouse meets Terrifier. But I enjoyed it. I kind of enjoyed this movie, and I looked around. I saw that they put it out on Blu-ray, so I picked up a copy. I'm gonna definitely watch this again, and probably every Halloween I'll watch Haunt, which was good. And thank you, Pedro, and everybody else who recommended it. The get Kino Lorber 4K on Cujo, on 4K Ultra HD on Blu-ray. I bought this. I almost canceled it because I rewatched this for Dylan's Horror Show, I think, this year. I'm not a huge fan of this movie. This movie's all right, but to me, it's a weird movie. It's like half a movie, and then the other half of the movie is just them being terrified outside a house in a car. And it seemed just so slapdash together. It's okay. I feel bad for the poor doggy because he didn't ask to get bit by whatever. Haunt 2 is in the works. Great. I definitely would watch that. But there's Cujo and 4K Ultra HD. This movie, I guess, gets a pretty big notoriety. I haven't heard it. It's from Cauldron. It's a movie called Rat Man. I guess it's an 80s Italian horror movie. It's got a really nice embossed slip. There's the inside cover. There's the back. And I think it does have a poster and reversible artwork. Actually, this is a pretty nice reversible artwork. Look at that thing. Rat Man. That's better than that. So I think I'm definitely going to be going with that and checking this one out. So, out of Italy, Rat Man. Not Batman, Rat Man. From Cauldron. Cujo's a sweaty movie. Yeah, very sweaty. Saw this in the theater. I enjoyed it, so I picked it up on Steelbook. That's a Best Buy exclusive for Gran Turismo, based on a true story. David Harbour, of course, in that. This is a very underrated film that both me and Dylan watched and loved it. So we both got copies of this, and I actually got the Walmart Steelbook Blu-ray. Of course, my favorite Nick Cage is Sympathy for the Devil. Nicolas Cage and Joel Kinnaman. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm going to watch this again, check it out, maybe do a review on it. But if you haven't seen Sympathy for the Devil, check it out. It's a decent flick. Winding down here, got this from Walmart. This is the Steelbook edition of RoboDoc, the creation of RoboCop, which I think this was a 4-part series on Screenbox, I think. And they pulled it all together here. And they put a real nice Steelbook out for it. And I love picking up some of these documentaries on some of the movies. And finally, another Arrow, another Paramount Arrow collaboration in 4K and Blu-ray. And this is Harrison Ford Witness, which was I believe a Lassie Hallstrom. It's Peter Weir, the Australian director. Okay. I love this movie. Of course, it's a movie where Harrison Ford plays a cop. I think Lance Henriksen's in this. Danny Glover's in this. And a little boy an Amish boy witnesses a murder. To keep him safe, Harrison Ford takes him back to the Amish country. It's really about Harrison Ford's life mixed in with the Amish. And then, of course, at the end, saving a little kid from the criminals coming to look for him. I've always loved this movie. And I wanted to pick it up once it went to a 4K. So this is the 4K box set. Comes with a book, of course, the movie itself, Dolby Vision, HDR, Witness, Harrison Ford. This is one of his best movies. So that is that. Won't say it's a big haul. Won't say it's a small haul. But it was a haul. So I thought I'd shoot on here and show some of that off. Yeah, a little old, little new, little in between. There's not a lot coming out now between now and Christmas. After Christmas, there's a bunch of stuff coming out. We're supposed to be getting Thanksgiving, I guess Blu-ray only, so I won't be picking that up until I can get a 4K on it in January. I think we're going to be getting a few other of the stuff that's just coming out in the theater now. Of course, around Christmas time, I know we're getting Indiana Jones and Dial Destiny is coming out on 12/5, and after that, I'm not really sure what's coming out. So we'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you all, everybody that stopped in here, True Gun, Gary, and hope you all have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed some of the looks at some of the discs that I picked up over Black Friday in the last few weeks. And we will catch you back in here again at some time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yes, 88 Films does have some really good stuff coming out. In fact, I placed an order for Witchfinder General, the box set. And I think it's Scream, Bloody, I forget the name of it. Scream, Bloody Scream, or something like that. And there's one other one coming out. So 88 Films is starting to really step up the game with 4Ks and so forth. Of course, they were the ones that put out earlier this year that fantastic 4K on, one of the best horror films of all time, Burial Ground. So if you want to pick that up, make sure you look for that on 4K. All right, guys, we will catch you all later. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you later on.